Hey there YouTube, this is my review on some tool cabinets available from Harbor Freight. In this review I'm going to be going over how much they cost, what some of the features and details are of these boxes, why I ended up going with them, and how you can get your hands on them if you want some. So to start off, I went with the 44 inch by 22 inch double bank tool cabinet and the corresponding 44 inch by 22 inch top box. Right next to it you see here is the 26 by 22 inch tool cabinet. This stack I got initially, I got this first because it's modular. It does have a side cabinet and a side box available for it, and so I figured I'd get this stack first because I knew I wanted that. I knew I wanted to start off with that, and then I would grow from there. So once I got this filled up and I started looking at additional space, I decided actually not to go with side boxes or side cabinets and just go with this 26 inch tool cabinet right here. And I'm glad I did, because as opposed to having a box bolted onto the side of it, I've got this one which can move around, and I've got additional workspace here on top. So it worked out better for me. Price wise, it worked out as well, and I'll explain that too. So sadly, the super coupons, the 20% off coupons that we all like to use from Harbor Freight on stuff, well, we all know it excludes some items, and storage is one of the things that's excluded from those coupons. So you can't use the 20% off coupon on these. So you're out of luck on that. But there are some coupons out there for specific boxes. So I did some digging around the internet, and I found a coupon for the main box, the bottom cabinet here, 44 by 22 inch cabinet right here, that brought from $4.99 down to $4.49. So that was a good savings there. I could not find anything for the top box, so I paid full price, $2.99 for the top box. And the 26 inch cabinet here, I found a coupon to bring it from $2.99 down to $2.79. So a good savings there, which made sense for me also, because when I was looking at the side boxes and side cabinets, they're $2.19. So for $219, you get 14.5 inches of more space. Yeah, they're also 22 inches deep, but they're only 14.5 more inches wide of space that you're adding on for $220 basically. So to me, it was a no-brainer. $219 for 14.5 inches, or $279 for 26. It was a no-brainer for me, and it fit my space perfectly. So that's another reason why I ended up going with it. And again, like I said, I like this workspace on top that I have with it, and it's not attached to the side of it. I can move it around if need be. It's really easy to move and switch things around, or I can move it to the other side of my shop if I want to. So that was handy. So that's the pricing. There are some coupons available for them, and so there are some differences between the two, as you can see, kind of how they're made. They're made very similarly, but the 26 inch starts off with 3 shallows, and then it tiers out from there with corresponding sizes in the 44 inch. So I like a little bit of the diversity I have with my drawer size now. These shallows are great for flat files and punches, drill bits, it's small stuff, screwdrivers, pliers, cutters, things like that I've got in here, and then you can grow it from there. The bottom drawers right here, the deep drawers, are not double hung. They don't have double drawer slides on them, whereas the 44 inch does. Those bottom ones are for heavy items, and they're double slided with ball bearing slides, so they can take some weight. I like that. So there are some differences, between the two. The side boxes and side cabinets that are available for the 44 inch are comparable when it comes to the drawer size, the types of drawer slides, ball bearing drawer slides that are in there. Matter of fact, it's basically another bank right there. There's 14.5 inches, another bank on the side. The casters on the bottom as well are a little different. As you can see, the 44-inch casters are a little bit more heavy duty than the ones on the 26, but that's okay. This is all my heavy stuff's going to go in there anyway. I just needed more drawer space, so I went with that. So these are offered in a variety of colors right now: red, black, blue, green, yellow, and orange are available. They don't stock all of them in the store, so don't do like what I did, and I tore my shop apart, and I cleaned up and sold my old cabinet and top box, and thought I was going to just hop in the truck and go down to Harbor Freight because I'd seen them in the store already, and you know, like most everything that they have, it's right out back. If it's not on the shelf, it's right out back, and I'll go get it. Don't think you're going to do that with these. Most of the boxes are pre-sale only, which means you take the ticket up to the counter, you pay for it, you go home empty-handed, and you wait. What they told me was 2 or 3 weeks for it to come in. So I was kind of already behind the 8 ball because my shop was tore apart, and I didn't have, you know, I already sold my boxes, so that wasn't going to work for me. So I had to do a lot of calling around, and was able to go to 3 different stores. One store had this, another store had the bottom box, and then another store had the top box. And I spent a whole day on the road picking them up, but it is what it is. From my experience, the stores typically seem to carry some of the red and some of the black in stock. Maybe you might find a little bit of blue here and there, but pretty much all the other colors are all pre-sale only. Which worked out actually in my favor because I first picked out the green, and I thought it would pop. You know, it's a bright color, you know, different. I'd had red boxes and blue boxes in the past, and it looks like a nice bright green, you know, on the website. But when you go in the store and see the display under the lighting that they have in there, it's actually a very, very extremely bright neon green. Which in passing looks great, but when you have to look at it every day, it would seem like it's a little bit harsh on the eyes. So I decided to go with A, what they had on hand was red, and B, it's a classic color, and I'm glad I did. It's very pleasant to look at. So that's that in a nutshell. Bring some help with you if you're going to go pick them up. Bring a buddy, bring a couple buddies if you can. Make sure you got ratchet straps or tie downs, and you know, some moving blankets and padding won't hurt either. You may have some luck at some of the stores with an associate there who's maybe willing or capable of helping you load these up, but they are heavy, especially the 44-inch sets. Man, they are back-breaking heavy. So get some help. Bring some help with you if you can. This one not so much. I actually managed to get it in and out myself. It comes for the most part fully assembled. I think I just had to put the casters on this one, but everything else on these was fully assembled, minus the handles there. Be sure when you're there, before you load it up, that you fully unbox it, and inspect it for any physical damage. These things are shipped from overseas, so they're moved around quite a bit, and you know, the chance of them having dents and dings is pretty likely. And sometimes they offer discounts on the dents if you can live with them. If they're on the side or the back, or a place where you don't really care, it's not impeding its performance, then hey, why not? You know. Other than that, you can ask for another one if they have one. If you don't want the dents, make sure the drawers work, and that they've got all the components, like the top and everything, all intact. So that's my advice on that. So we've covered kind of what I have here, the cost of it, the availability of coupons, the sizing, the loading and unloading of these, the purchasing, and how to locate them in the stores. So, let me touch on the displays too. Don't even waste your time asking to purchase the displays. They won't and can't sell you the displays. So it sucks. I know, man. It's sitting there right in front of me, and I want it, and they don't have me in the back. you know, I'm used to diverting to, well, let me buy the display model, and they won't do it. So do your research before you start a project. If you're migrating from an old box to a new box, do some research. Get your boxes kind of secured before you start moving things around. Would be another piece of advice. Don't do like I did, and it kind of was a messy weekend, and spilled over into the work week of me getting everything kind of put back in place. So, well, anyway, enough of that. Enough of that talk. Let's dig into these boxes. Okay, let's start here with the 44-inch double bank tool cabinet here. It's heavy gauge steel. These are fully powder coated inside and out. I mean, you'll be hard pressed to find a piece or a part or a corner in there that's not coated well. They did a great job with the finish. The steel, like I said, is heavy duty steel. These are aluminum right here, and they've got an inset channel to slide in. It's like paper and then a plastic cover, so you can label your drawers if you want. I chose to leave those off. I don't really have a use for them. The top box here has nice heavy-duty hydraulic arms for the lid. When you close the lid, it does lock the drawers, and then you can lock the lid as well. So these are locked now. Opens with the touch of a finger. Really nice, really smooth. The drawers have full extension, so you can get all the way in there. And I love these things, these little drawer organizers. You can get these from Harbor Freight too. I got this particular set from Amazon, and it fit the drawer space really well. It's great for stuff like this. I mean, you can't beat them. Man, you hear that? Man, nice bearings. I grease these up real good with silicone. Before you start loading tools in there, that'd be my advice. Go ahead and just grease them up real good and get them lubricated. All right. So that's the top box. They all have this. Every storage space has this matting right here, as you can see. This rubber matting to keep your tools from sliding around. Man, it works. They work well. It's kind of weird for some reason. This top box came with 4 keys, and the bottom box came with 3. Either way, it's enough for me, so I'm not going to really gripe about it. These bottom drawers here have the double slides on them to hold extra weight, whereas these have singles. All right, here's the 26-inch. As you can tell, the corners are put together pretty much the same way on both boxes. Built with the same gauge steel. I have some old tools in that one, don't I? So, just a good box. I mean, both of them are good boxes for the money. There's the casters. You can see a little difference kind of in how they're made. And obviously, you can tell that the 44-inch is a lot more heavy duty. But here are the slides. Slides aren't quite as heavy duty on the 26. Let's do a comparison here. All right, you see that right there. Let's take a look inside. Oh, let's take a look in the mat twos. Nice thick mat on this. This one has a mat too. It's just my top box is sitting on top of it, but I can't be more pleased with these, especially for the price. They do come with handles for both sides. I don't have one on that side because I can't fit it in there, or I don't have this handle on there either because I can't fit it in there between my space that I have here. But all of them come with handles, so it makes it easy to push it around. Also easy to just hang stuff off of. I mean, I don't think I've seen very many boxes with handles on that don't have some kind of crap hanging off of them from time to time. So, in any case, let's take a look at inside the boxes. Here's the ball bearings right there, as you can see. This is on the 44-inch. Pretty beefy looking. See, there's the locking mechanism in the back right there. Locks into that right there. Here's the 26. Not quite as beefy. And see, there's the locking mechanism right there for the drawers. And it uses these hooks right here, which are riveted in place. Well, guys, that's pretty much it. You know, the powder coating on these is really well done. It's powder coated inside and out. I pulled all the drawers out while I was lubing up the bearings and everything like that. I really looked inside and inspected everything, and it's pretty nice for the money, I will admit. So that's my review. Kind of basic, just kind of covered pretty much all the basics of these boxes and cabinets. So hopefully it helped you make a decision and you enjoyed this review. Thanks, guys. Until next time, catch you later.